Hello everyone, how are you all doing? I'm Kate Hill, bringing you the best unbiased and honest content on property, along with some fantastic hints and tips. So stay tuned today for all your latest property news. House prices could boom in some capital cities in Australia in 2024 if population growth does not slow down, according to the 2024 SQM Research Boom and Bust report. The SQM Managing Director base forecast is for average capital city prices to change between -1% to +3% in 2024. The cities of Perth and Brisbane are really the only cities expected to record price rises, with each respective market driven by a tailwind of a recovering Chinese economy, which is anticipated to see strong demand for base commodities such as iron ore. They also predict that Brisbane house prices will rise by 4 to 8% in a base case scenario. But if population growth does not slow and inflation blows out again, it could be between 7 and 11%. Perth is tipped to rise between 5 and 9%. Adelaide and Darwin should remain steady. Sydney will drop by up to 4%. Melbourne could fall by up to 3%, and Canberra could fall between 4 to 8%. Those, of course, are mere speculatory figures. I really don't see Adelaide falling or remaining steady given its current rate of demand and supply. While the price growth in regional Australia's property markets slowed earlier this year, new analysis shows that it is starting to catch up again. Prices across the combined capital cities increased by almost 6%, while at the same time, the combined regional centres increased by 2.4%. The PropTrack senior economist says that growth has slowed in regional areas because of an increase in listings. Stock on market increased and demand eased, which led to price growth slowing. The number of properties listed for sale had normalised now in parts of regional New South Wales, Victoria, Tasmania and the NT. It remains really tight in regional Queensland, South Australia and Western Australia. Total listings in regional New South Wales increased by 4.4% in September to reach the highest level in 3 years. And listings in regional Victoria and Tasmania were 37% and 30% year on year, respectively. Now, despite this, the pace of price growth in regional markets increased in October by 0.3%, and that really is just driven by sheer demand. New data shows the suburbs where demand for property has increased the most in the past year. It's PropTrack again. They measured serious inquiries per online listing, such as emailing an inquiry, calling the agent or downloading documents, to determine the most in-demand locations. Sydney and Brisbane dominate the list. The PropTrack senior economist says that potential buyers are focusing on locations that offer space or affordability, or both. Affordability has been very stretched by higher interest rates, of course, so people are altering what they're looking for and searching for properties a little bit further out. Now, as such, many of the high-demand suburbs are on the fringes of capital cities. The suburb with the most demand is Holgate on the New South Wales Central Coast, followed by Chandler in Brisbane. In the ACT, the most in-demand suburb for houses was Holt, it's Mylor in South Australia, Acton Park in Tassie, and Pakenham Upper in Victoria, Mirrabooka in WA. Property values increased in more than 80% of Australia's house and unit suburbs in the past 3 months. Now, analysis by CoreLogic, and they do like to analyse the housing market literally every 5 minutes, shows that 3,714 house and unit suburbs have higher median values than 3 months ago, with only 792 suburbs experiencing a drop. The house markets, of which 83% had value increases, performed slightly better than the unit markets, but only slightly. Perth had only one house market where values dropped, followed by Adelaide, which had 3, Brisbane 4, Darwin 9, Hobart 18, Canberra 24, Sydney 48 and Melbourne 72. In regional Australia, Queensland performed the best, with values dropping in only 13% of house markets, followed by WA at 23%, New South Wales 25%, South Australia 37%, Victoria 59%, Tasmania 60% and the NT 8%.